Welcome back to the channel Lifestyle Aesthetics, where we teach you how to level up consistently over time. So, my usual split of upper body day, lower body day, and upper body would mainly be chest and back, legs, shoulders, and arms. So, I figured, for the new people that like to do the bro split, we are going to explain what that is for them. And these are basically push pull legs. So, pushing would involve chest, shoulders, and triceps and the lateral head of your shoulders. So for me personally, I feel like if I was to do a push pull split, I would start with the muscle group that I would feel like I'm lagging in or I want to develop more size in. Sometimes people like to go chest first, others like to go shoulders. So here in the video, I'm doing incline pressing first for the shoulders. But be mindful that when you do push pull split, the first exercise you do is the one that you're the most fresh in, and that's the muscle group or the exercise you want to develop the most strength in, hitting the PRs. So I feel like incline bench press should definitely be first if you want to focus more on chest, to fill out the middle and upper chest, to get a nice pump, to fill out more of that broad, thick plated look for your upper chest, to get that Greek aesthetic look, right? Also, people believe that in a push pull split, it is more organized. You feel fresh because you are hitting muscle groups that, you know, go blend in together, and then the next day you can still be 100%. So I feel like doing bench press on the incline and doing some sort of weighted dip movement or dip machine for the lower chest would be the ones that would help you get a thicker chest. So since we were focusing on doing the incline bench press first, when I do the weighted dips, though, of course the weight is gonna have to decrease and not as fresh. Um, Sometimes if you do want to save some time, there are days that you can skip the middle part, like the chest fly or the chest press, because incline and dips are mainly what I did for a long time. But if you still want to get that strength up, trying to get that full activation, that's fine. Ideally, since you're doing a lot of these anyway, 2 to 3 sets for these movements. I would also recommend 2 sets of drop sets or 2 supersets for these movements. Pec Dec Fly also works out the middle pec as well. Be mindful that with these pressing movements, you are hitting the interior head of the shoulder. So sometimes people would skip an overhead press when they do the push pull split. Of course, depends on your programming, and they will go right into doing the other parts of the chest, like the lower part of the chest, lateral raises, and then tricep movements. So I would focus on doing compound movements first as your heavier set. If you want to develop stronger shoulders, I would heavily recommend doing an overhead press as the first movement, because what you want to do is hit personal records of strength, of course, increasing the weight, that stuff as your first movement. So first it was incline bench press, then we did chest dips, pec deck flies, or press machine. So here, this is what I'm talking about. This type of overhead movement for the shoulders. So be mindful that when you're doing a neutral grip, you are hitting the lateral head as well, which is great, which is a big bonus. This also gives you an upper chest activation. So you want to be mindful of what muscle group you want to give more attention first as your first movement. So after doing the chest movements, which is 3 upper pec, middle pec, lower pec, doing a shoulder press machine would be another type of movement you would do for your push day, right? So this is going to be a 3-part series for you guys just to, get a feel for it of a push-pull split, teaching you the basics of this split, and even I might try it for fun, see how it compares to doing chest, back, and legs, and shoulders and arms. So this is a more concise workout in the sense that you're focusing on just all the movements that are pushing stuff, pushing the weight. So bench support lateral raises for your middle delts, since you are already activating the anterior deltoid. Focusing on the middle part of the deltoid is key to look strong, to look wider, building that V taper, right? So bench support, feel a lot more isolated. You could also do this leaning slightly forward and doing the lateral raises as opposed to staying upright. So you need to have a feel for what works best for your body type. Everybody has to figure out their anatomy, their body anatomy, to figure out what they feel more on. This is why I show you different ways to do it for you guys to experiment what works best for you. Sometimes I do them seated, right at the edge of the seat of the bench, to do my lateral raises to focus on that isolation. So you want to do compound movements first, like stated earlier, and then isolation. So the last part after doing a lateral raise would be doing skull crushers, some tricep rope push down, some extensions. You want to have the isolations at the very end. So for me, when I do skull crushers on a flat bench, I feel it a lot on my triceps. And as you see there, the pump is activating. My arm is getting huge. Fully not the sleeves. Triceps takes a 2/3 of the arm. Since that's what we're doing, just doing supersets here, drop sets, where you want to have as much uh, of a workout here as much as possible. So you can, other than doing them on a flat bench for the skull crushers, you can have some sort of attachment on the cable machine, such as the rope or the V grip. And essentially, what you would do is that you would have to superset this with doing a regular tricep extension and an overhead tricep extension to make sure that you hit the different heads and different angles for your triceps, where you don't want to have one piece of the tricep that is overtaking the other part of your muscle group, correct? So push pull legs, chest, shoulders, and triceps. Right. On the next video, we're gonna talk about pull day and legs. Same thing. But on a pull day, you would do back, biceps, and rear deltoids. So normally in my workouts, I like to incorporate uh at least two major muscle groups together. So you want to experiment on what works best for you because we have different bodies. I'm just here showing you examples of a different routine that can be beneficial for you guys, right? So on this clip here, as we were stating before, doing tricep extensions, right? Um, you want to make sure that you experiment with different attachments, but still progressing with the weight, right? Increasing the weight as we do them in perfect form. Uh, for both the skull crushers and the tricep extension, your elbows and shoulders are locked in place. You can lean forward if you would like, standing upward. But the choice is yours as long as you keep proper form with that in mind. Tricep extensions as well to work out the other parts of the tricep. All right, so that was the push workout. Here we are with the three-part series of this video. All right, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.